So this is the back of Incredible Pizza in Conroe, Texas, and they have pallets right over there most of the time. And I did get permission to take this one, as I have for several more. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these boards off right here and then cut them down, and we're gonna make the neckerchiefs out of these. Okay, so I chose this project because the Boy Scouts of Troop 89 needed neckerchief holders for their scouts. And my technical writing teacher, Lori Hughes, her son is in the program, and the person they had designated to make these has moved, and they needed someone to make these projects for them. Alright, so without further ado, let's get started. As you can see right here, I'm checking my blade depth to make sure that I don't cut through the 2x4 underneath these slats. And as you can see, it frees up the slat, makes it to where I can cut all these boards off with a lot of ease. And here I set my planer to 1/64 to plane out the planks in order to get them nice and smooth. Ultimately, it'll give me less work on sanding. I then moved on to making my straight edge, because you can't ever trust a plank on these pallets. So once I initiated my first straight edge, I then moved on to making multiple lines, which is going to be 2 1/4 in length. After that, I went ahead and made my vertical line, which makes all these 2 1/4 squares, which eventually I will cut with the table saw and then chop them up with the miter saw. 2 1/4 squares, and we're going to put the 89 in the middle of these, and we have only making 10, but we have plenty of mistake error. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to route out this part and this part, and this is the prototype first, so we'll see if this works or not. If not, we'll result to using the template. Template didn't work out so well, but this should work. Alright, so first one, second one, third one. I like the third one. I'm going to go ahead and make 10 more of these. And then we're going to take the chop saw and we're going to cut these lines out, and then take a table router and throw a 45 edge on it. I think it'll do make it a little bit more aesthetic. Okay, so here's all 10. We put a light 220 sand on there. We're gonna go back over, and I'm gonna take these little divots out. I'm gonna clean them up a little bit, and then we'll go on to cutting these lines out. As you can see here, we're using the miter saw to cut the individual neckerchief holders in separate pieces. And after that, I then decided I was not going to put the 45 on there on the edges, and because I like the way they turned out. Now that we've chopped them up, I applied a coat of white paint on the interior of the 2 numbers, and then following that I covered it with a coat of red so that the final product really makes the numbers pop. Alright, so this is what the finished product consists of. That's the colors that they chose to go with, and this is the one. I put a piece of wire in there, and you slip the neckerchief or the handkerchief through here and around your neck, and it comes through like this, and then they'll twist that up themselves and then fold the wires in so it doesn't poke them. So yeah, that's the finished product. We have 10 of these, and I'm going to give them to Lori Hughes on Monday, and that's it. Turned out pretty good. They're not too bad, not too shabby. I appreciate the opportunity for letting us do this, and hope you enjoy the video. Thanks.